It's finally here, the end of Halo Infinite. Halo Studios had announced that the final large update for Halo Infinite will be dropping on November 18th. And I'm gonna be honest, it feels pretty bittersweet. The promised decade-long game lasted for about 4 years. And as much as I can joke about the overreach of the devs, I want to jump into the update and discuss my overall feelings about Infinite in its final stages of its lifespan. Let's jump into it. And to start off, I want to be honest. Halo Infinite in its final stages of its life was very surprising to hear today. On my bingo card, I didn't think that I'd be hearing, yeah, you know what, this is going to be the end of the game that you've been playing almost non-stop every week for the last 4 years. Ironically, this was the game that I started my channel playing. And it kind of feels like one of those surreal moments where, wow, I didn't think this game would end as soon as it is. Halo Infinite has been kind of plagued with this lack of content for such a period of time where a lot of people felt that there was a lot of potential with this game, but because there was literally nothing to do for roughly the first year of the game, the entire population fell off. And so with this game in its 4th year, it finally feels as if it's a full game that's complete. And now we're heading into the final stages of it. Now, Halo Studios put out an entire blog post going over what is going to be added into this pretty sizable update. And to be honest, they added quite a bit to help all the people that have been dying to get access to this final career rank of hero, which for some reason, as someone who's been playing non-stop for the past 4 years, it is still a way for me. I finally reached Onyx. I'm probably close to the midway point of that entire tier, but there's a lot of people out there that have gotten all the way to hero in maybe 2 years. And I just think to myself, man, how much Halo have you been playing? But to finally get us through that final stage of this race, they are making a double times progression and Spartan points for the remainder of this game's lifespan, which in my opinion will get a lot of people there a lot quicker. And I also am happy to hear about the Spartan points component because now you can actually grind and earn a lot of credits to get you to buy some of these brand new armors that they added to this new update. Not even that, I mean, because if you look at some of the different armors they've added for Halo 5, like Spartan Lock or Bucks armor sets, we're talking 130,000 points, which if you really think about it, that takes so long to finally get through to earn this armor set, which in my opinion is bonkers. It's kind of crazy in my opinion. But even that being the case, it is a good sign to see that the devs realize, you know what, what's the point of having nobody have the ability to earn any of this stuff, so you might as well make it earnable by playing through all this stuff with a double XP boost. But it makes me kind of wonder, all those XP boosts I have originally, does it mean that I can quadruple my points? Good question. But I think the biggest thing is the Spartan points being doubled. I mean, even they said that the daily challenges are now going to be even bigger, granting you the ability to earn up to 2,000 on those weekly challenges. My opinion is you should just make it even bigger, triple it. You have so much armors that you can earn in the exchange now that you might as well give players the ability to just play through it and earn as much as possible. Someone who's been playing since day one, I have a lot of those pieces in the exchange already, so you might as well just give us the ability to earn as much points as possible. You want people to just keep playing and feeling like they're earning stuff by grinding away. And they also added a 100 operation pass that grants you a lot of cool armors. And probably one of the best ones has to be this Serpent armor set that is based off the Elite Honor Guards. And I've been itching for this set for such a long period of time. I think like 5 videos ago, I said that might as well give us more elite based armors, and this would be such a cool one to have. If you really think about it, they've had the opportunity to do this from the very beginning, and I was really surprised that they never did this earlier. But this is actually going to be in the free armor set, which is like wild to me. I thought this was going to be like a $20 piece right here, like 20 McNuggets. But each of these armor sets look pretty cool. And I think what's the great thing about them is that they all are actually from other Halo games or media like the Halo Legends. A lot of people have been really excited to see that they actually were able to take armors from those fan favorite media and then bring them into Infinite. And I always felt like they should have been doing this since the beginning. Halo Infinite should have been that game that you take all the media, all the lore, and just pump it into this title to get people excited about all the possibilities that you had. Even if the armors look kind of stupid in a way, at least you're giving people the ability to earn this stuff and actually have fun with it. Like, I was never someone that hated on the MCC armor sets where they had people look like actual Spartans, because at the end of the day, you know what, you're having armor to play with, you might as well have that. And of course they got to add in the premium tiers, because you know what, you can't have a Halo Infinite update without money being attached to it in some way. And so total, if you were to not only play the free version but also the premium, you can get up to 8 earnable armor sets by just playing the game, and a little bit of side action with money. But still, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of content that they added when it comes to the customizations. They also announced that they're going to reset the ranked seasons and actually continue to have these updates for the foreseeable future, meaning that you're not going to just have one ranked season and that's it for the rest of the time. It seems as though they're trying to continue these ranked seasons basically until they're done with Halo Infinite going forward, because at the end of the day, they want to keep people active in these ranked competitive game modes, because that is still a pretty consistent thing we see in Halo Infinite. People still go and play ranked. They even added a brand new map. The map called Vacancy actually gives off some cool vibes of a city, but it actually does seem like a pretty good balanced map that gives people the ability to attack on different leverages and ways to kind of circumvent these different areas. New maps is all great for me, but one of the biggest updates they mentioned was the fact that they're adding 200 never before seen customizations to the exchange. And I think this is the most important one, because there's a lot of things that were left unfinished or were just kept on the back burner in this game, mainly because the devs didn't have enough resources to finalize all these updates, or they've been working on all these different things and the plans that they would continue these operations all the way into 2026. And when they finally made the decision that we're going to really pull the plug on Infinite because now they can use all the resources for the future games, they might as well put this out for the people. And I like the fact that they are giving us basically all access to these things in the exchange, giving us the ability to earn it for ourselves. The only thing I really want them to do from here on out is I want them to add the story items too. I like how they gave you the option to be able to buy these things or grind for them. I only wish they made the grind a little bit more easier when it comes to earning some cool content. Like 130,000 credits for all these different armor sets is kind of wild to me. If I want to earn Locke's armor set, I have to pay 130 grand. If I want to earn bucks, I have to pay another 130 grand. And do you know how long it takes for us to get there? Especially if you could only earn 200 SP per game and 2,000 per daily challenge. I mean, that takes forever. That would take you a week just to earn one armor set. And even though, yes, that does give you an option to grind, but yeah, that means you got to manage what is a more worth it level of grind versus not. I can guarantee you a lot of people are not going to want to grind for all these different armor sets, especially if they're completionists. They want to be someone that feels like they've earned everything. So when I look at this update, there is a lot of things they're adding here. There's a great deal of customizations that are now going to be available for players to actually have access to, and some things to grind for. They're adding new maps, they're adding some experiences. The only downside is I wish they added more weapons and more vehicles, because they were getting some momentum again with the Falcon being added, the Carbine being added, and I thought you actually had the ability to start to just pump some resources into this game. But at the same time, I have to be a realist. We're 4 years in, and I know that they have other games in the pipeline. So they know that Infinite's in the last stages of his life, just like every other Halo game has done before. At this point, when Halo 5 was going through its final stage of his life, we barely got any updates. I played it all the time. Even as sweaty as that game got, I played it often. And I used to enjoy playing games on Warzone and all these different various game modes. But one of the worst things that happened in that game was the updates took forever. And in some cases, the game would feel broken to a certain extent. I think the biggest thing that Halo Infinite needs to do going forward is to make sure this is a consistent experience with Halo Studios managing its servers and just making sure that the community is heard. So if there's Forge maps that I think are still in the pipeline that can be added to this game, you might as well have a few community members work on this type of stuff and put it into matchmaking. Not saying you got to go crazy and have all these dev-made maps, because you're not going to use those resources anymore. But you still have a dedicated community of forgers that have a lot of work that they pumped into this game, and might as well show them what they got. I think it was a great thing that you did pay these forgers for the maps that they put into the game. In my opinion, you might as well just keep doing that. Let the community members be able to make these maps and game modes, and then let them do the work, but pay them for it. Halo Infinite should be the game that gets us to the next multiplayer installment. I know we haven't heard anything but rumors about the next multiplayer game, and most likely this is not going to arrive until either 2026 or 2027. Because we all know now officially that next November we're going to get our Halo CE remake. and GTA somehow, unless it gets banned to the Shadow Realm and never comes out. So we know that we're getting a Halo game next year, but the big question I'm wondering is how long is it going to be until we get another multiplayer Halo? Because it's not going to be a CE remake. We gotta hope that this Certain Infinity game that they've been working on this whole time is this multiplayer experience. So as long as Halo Infinite can provide us content and things to do so we can still have a multiplayer Halo game that we can enjoy and play, then that's a good thing. Now, I will do a full deep dive into Halo Infinite's update when it does arrive, and I do feel like I have to have a statement about how Halo Infinite started and how it ended based when I get to finally play this update. But I will say this, my channel started when this game first released, and I had a lot of fun playing it, and I still play it often. It's one of those games that I always say it's the what if type of Halo game. What if the game actually had content at launch? What if Forge was ready to go after the first 6 months or first year of the game? There's a lot of what ifs, but one thing I will say is Halo Infinite as a game in itself was a lot of fun. And I know that I'll still play it even after this update drops, but I will say it is sad to see this game go off into the distance because we all know this game could have been one of the best Halo games if it actually landed the right way. Maybe not beating the original trio, but it was one of 343's best Halo games they put out probably in their entire tenure. But I salute to you, Halo Infinite. It was a lot of fun and did get pretty annoying sometimes too. But what are your feelings about Halo Infinite's last update? Do you think this is great content to finish off the game? What were your feelings about the game itself? Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this type of content, drop a thumbs up and subscribe to support the channel. And speaking of Halo, I put a video out talking about the future of Halo's multiplayer. You can check it out in the end screen. Till next time, this is Marsman signing off. Game on.